Aviation is all over the world. Many small towns in Indiana also have airports. These airports could be considered Indiana's flight research centers. Here you find pilots of all sorts. In fact, it might surprise you that some pilots are not even old enough to drive a car. Most pilots get started at smaller airports, like this one in Greenwood. Here, aspiring pilots can take classes to learn how to fly. Kids between the ages of 8 and 17 have a special opportunity through the EAA's Young Eagle program.
Yeah, Young Eagle program was a program started by the Experimental Aircraft Association in 1991, I believe it was. It gives them an idea of what it is to be in an airplane and what a pilot does and what it takes to be a pilot.
The Young Eagle program is available throughout the country, and it all starts with a free flight.
It was my first time in a plane that wasn't an airliner. And as soon as we took off, I knew from that moment on. About 10 minutes into the flight, the pilot turned to me and he said, "Take over the controls." And it felt amazing.
Our interest is in education for kids and getting them involved in aviation, because aviation is a great way to show kids the practical application of math, science, and technology. And it's a fun way too. Most people don't know there's actually a textbook that goes with learning to fly. It's like that big. This is a great career for kids. Aviation, the aerospace industry, applies from everything from being a pilot to avionics to being a mechanic, airport administration, aviation law, of course, to be involved in this. There's engineering, aerospace engineering, mechanical engineering, electrical engineering, all that involves in the aerospace industry. Everyone who's involved in this field is so passionate about helping you and mentoring you. All of my teachers and mentors have been that way. We've had parents come in and tell us their grades going up between 1 and 2 grade levels. When you see a kid solo, fly that airplane, take it off and land it by himself, when that student gets out of that airplane, he's a totally different child.
Young Eagles at Greenwood are even using model planes to help better understand the basic principles of flight. Kids that are too young to fly in full-size planes can master flight controls years ahead of their first solo flight. The EAA Young Eagles are also sponsoring a unique program at Jennings County High School. These students are the first in Indiana to get school credit for building an airplane.
There's a lot of similarities in the mechanical construction of model airplanes compared to full size. It's really interesting.
It kind of just shows us step by step how to build this airplane and how to just take it from the very beginning, from the little rough parts and everything, until you're in the sky, and it's really amazing.
There's more to this than learning how to set a rivet. There's a skill set to be learned, and there's a mindset to be learned.
It's amazing. It's opened up a lot of doors for my future. I'm really excited. It's crazy how it's gone together so fast.
They love to see it just look, 10% more like an airplane.
Don't be challenged by the fact that it's mostly a guy thing. It's a really fun experience, and it's something you're gonna make memories with. I enjoy it a lot.
You talk about people who think they can't do something, or well, that's just too much for me to do, that's too technical. That's not true. I was 42 years old when I became a pilot, and I love every minute of it. It's such a real thrill. You get on the end of that runway and give it full throttle and feel that airplane accelerate, and then you feel all of a sudden that just lifting off. What a thrill that is. And for kids to experience that and see that, that's a thrill for me.
When you hear a plane engine fire up, it's the coolest thing in the world. You see the smoke blowing and you see the wind rushing at you. Makes you feel like you're on top of the world.
You're just so in awe when you get up there because it's you and this vast expanse of blue sky, When you feel like you can conquer the skies, you can conquer anything.